is Warriors Anonymous.
I don't know what you heard of Pompey, but he's the only guy who can stay injury-free, damn it. This is Warriors Anonymous. Warriors content brought to you by a bunch of nobodies. And we just had our hearts sort of stomped on over the weekend as everybody in the Warrior Nation. But boys, welcome along. We got Moneta and Dan alongside myself to just break it down. First of all, let's cut straight to it. Haruna, would you drop Adam Pompey? We'll start with you, Daniel.
Who for? Who's going to kick your goals? And who's fit enough to play in the centres? Come on, guys. Let's just chill. Everybody just chill. Yeah, didn't have a great game, and highlighted by trying to steamroll his old mate Cody, who Una reversed and down-trailed him and stole the ball, which led to a try for half-time. So you're not a great game, but hey, look. Yeah, got to give him another shot.
He was flawless from the kicking tee. Put on report as well. We'll have to wait and see what came of that. Probably not a lot, I would imagine.
Oh, maybe that solved your issue anyway. He's rubbed out.
The judiciary might drop him. Moneta, hard on our bro. Would you drop Adam Pompey?
No, same reasoning as Daniel. Who else, really? Who else have we got? I know he didn't have a stunner of a game. Got stepped a few times and missed a few tackles, but who else we got? Rockaberry's injured again.
You've always surprised me a little bit, and I've been put on directive from Isaac, who can't make it on this episode, but he wants someone to swing at Adam Pompey, so I'm going to do it. Hard, I'll drop him his ass. I just drop him down. I'll bring in Seal Carley into left centre and Tang can do the goal kicking there. Bang. I was watching the New South Wales Cup game yesterday, and the centres were looking potent, and I like both of them as well, both Seal Carley and Jai Lanane. Lots of people would probably argue they ain't ready, but I don't care. I'm swinging hard. Let's go. Now, in terms of over the weekend, bit of a celebration for Dallin Waitene-Zelezniak, bringing up 100 games for the Warriors. Quite a milestone for him and for Warriors wingers. So it kind of got me just wondering if he was to, how we would rank him in terms of great Warriors wingers. So would he be up on the Mount Rushmore of Warriors wingers, which includes Manu Vatuvei, Sean Hoppy, Francis Melly, and also the great Jono Wright.
You missed someone else. Lee Odenryan.
Well, I can only put 4 on there, so it was Odin Ryan or Jono Wright. So, boys, are we thinking that does Dallin replace Jono on that list?
Yes.
100%.
100%. Yeah, there's no argument.
Absolutely. I think for 2 factors, or 3, but obviously he's got a Cock status, and I think to be a top tier club favourite winger, you need to have some kind of following, right? Like Manu did as the Beast. Obviously he's downgraded that slightly with his indiscretions.
Yeah.
But we always followed the Beast. Sean Hoppy was just back in the day, day oneer, right? With those silky
Sexiest
legs.
man alive back in the day.
Yeah. And Francis Melly was just known for just being a rampaging brute as well. And forget who he smoked, but he definitely could throw down.
Brent Tate.
So yeah, Brent Tate later become.
Brent Tate knows him. Yeah.
Well, yeah, exactly. Probably responsible for Brent Tate wearing the old neck brace.
He was. Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, that Cock status I think is important. And down with the flowing locks.
He's got the best hair out of all of them, really. But it's funny when they just bring up old highlights of Sean Hoppy just randomly popping up, playing for the Kiwis, playing for the Warriors, and it's like, man, he was good. So
doing a podcast,
exactly.
Look alike. Look alike for a few NRL stars. Just saying.
Who's that?
You, Sean Hoppy. You get passed by Sean Hoppy.
Cambodian Sean Hoppy.
Hey.
Give me the ball.
He's got the guns on show tonight after making some pizza doughs. So we thank you for your attendance Monitor, bro.
Thank you for your service. Yeah.
Boys, I got a little bit, you might have noticed in the group chat at the end of the Warriors game on Saturday,
Yeah.
I got a little bit angry at things.
You were not happy.
No, I was not happy.
You were a happy camper.
No, I was not happy at all. I just want to throw it to you. Daniel, we'll start with you, bro. Why did we choke on the weekend?
just little things, man. Like, to be honest, we probably didn't deserve necessarily to be in that position, right? So, yeah, I think the middle part of the game we outplayed. Great grit and determination to get back into it. Capped off by Sam Healey's try, but I think it's just one of those things, right? Just a lapse of concentration, the kickoff, and then a bounce of the ball, right? I mean, yes, they're potent, but we've also been the recipient of the old rubber ground pass that just disrupts things as well. And you make 2 or 3 compounding decisions, and that was the undoing of us as well. So I wouldn't call it a choke, right? Like on the balance of things as well. But it's one of those games they'll just got to learn from, right? And I guess it's our third loss in the last sections of loss. We've lost 5, third loss by 2 points, right? So I think you just got to give them credit, especially a young pack, a lot of injuries as well. And we'll talk about them, but I was super impressed with our young fellas this week. They just continue to go up another level.
Geez, you put a positive spin on that, and I'm still not ready to hear that. I'm still wanting to put the boot in.
Fair enough. Well, we can put some boots in. There's some boots to be put in.
That's right. It was a visceral response on Saturday. I got up Sunday morning, and I still said, when I got up, I was like, man, I'm still fucked off. Anyways, Monitor, Sam Healey goes over, 4 minutes to go, scores the try. Everyone jumps. We think this is our moment. We've learnt from the past couple of games that we'd lost by 2 points, and then over the next couple of minutes, we squander it, bro. What was your take on that?
I think just lapse in concentration, just some bad decisions at certain points in time. I noticed Ali Latawa went for the man, not for the ball. And the commentary pointed that out on Sky Sport. And it was unlucky. I think that pass, dare I say, if it went straight into the hands, we would have had a better chance of covering it. But as I say, it's just the bounce of the ball. But yeah, we could have done better. I must admit, I was still seething for about an hour after the game. But I kind of thought this wouldn't be our game when I can't remember who scored in the corner. Asako. When they bounced off to a Bicky's head, I was like, oh, here we go. This ain't our game. Because when you get things like that happening to you, then it kind of, you can kind of see, this might not be it. We're not getting the rub of the ball.
Yeah. I started to get a sense of that on that Takewell run where he was in for all money. If he just went for grass, it would have been fine. Instead, he was trying to I don't know what he was trying to do, go through the old spinning hotel doors or something. And
there was a couple of Tuapiki too, but was it Hammer's credit? His defense was pretty outstanding.
Yeah,
not a noted defender in that situation, is he? You wouldn't put him in the echelons of the
antenna
great defensive.
Now that was stunning. And Cody,
Let's be positive. Before we be positive, what caused the visceral response? Come on, lad, this is your chance to clear the demons. Clear them out.
G, go.
Well, look, I've kind of laid it out already. It was a back and forth sort of battle, and we've been in a couple of these recently, and I was waiting to see us start to learn how to just get over that hump, and I wasn't sure we were going to do it, but when Healey got that try, and we went up by 4 points with less than 4 minutes to go, from that point, I expect you to just shut it down, And we've seen this from Warriors teams over the years. It's probably a PTSD thing. Over the years, last year, the Dolphins did it to us. A couple of years back, Melbourne did it to us. And it's just I just want to see us just close it up. Don't even don't get ahead by a couple of points and then give up some easy line breaks and have them nearly score and just drop it in the corner or whatnot. Because we've seen that. we've seen a lot of that over the years, and I just want to see us make some progress. Just mentally, just sharpen up, shut it down, and ice the game. That's what I expect. I thought Sam Healey deserved a lot better for that moment that he got. I was like, oh man, this is great. Great for him, great confidence boost. Because frankly, the play itself, him running on the last tackle, I was thinking, what the hell are you doing? and he goes over with just sheer grit and gets the try, and it was like, yes, all right. A, we've learned our lessons. B, these young guys are going to be, excited, because I'm worried. I'm worried now that the emotional toll of such a loss, and 3 losses pretty much in a row, I'm worried about what that can do to our campaign this year. And I know we've got to sit on it for a bye, probably. I don't know if it's a good time to get a bye or not, because we're just going to have to sit on this for an extra week or so. Sometimes just getting straight back on the saddle might be the best thing. But that was what prompted my call of chokers, among other things.
Okay, whoa. Let's wind that back a little bit. This is, Moneta, we're going to have to counsel the big man here.
This is why we call it Warriors Anonymous.
I agree, yeah, gutting. You don't want to be losing games in those fashions, but I think you just got to put into context where we are at the moment as well. A lot of young injuries and personnel out there as well, a lot of injuries, so key players aren't there. And look, we're not getting all those key players back, at the end of the year. We're going to get a few as well. So different personnel close things out. You think about a lot of the other games we had this year. We're a 10-5 team. We actually have closed out quite a few games as well. So I think we do have that within our DNA. I know where you're coming from. You don't want to keep going to those situations and know that 5 minutes to go, we're ahead, we crumble. It's one of those scenarios where I used to fear us scoring easily, like scoring 2 tries in the first 10 minutes. I would do it against the Titans, the Anzac round, and go, yeah, that's going to be a great night. And then we lose 26-18 because we only could score 8 points for the last 70 minutes. So part of me thinks those demons, they're never really gone. And they're never go, but I think we've buried enough of that. We've got enough body of work. But I hear you. That does weigh in my mind. But I just think, we've got a crop of young players, and I think we need to talk about the strength of those young players, because what they do now is going to help us at the back end of the season.
Yeah, wise words. And
I'm expecting Dr. Phil, Dr. Farakura.
We'll be right back. just on some of these young boys. We spoke about Healey with his great try. Tennisdale Smith, excellent. Jacob Laban, he's going to another level.
Oh, yeah.
But what about our man who played the majority of the game? We spoke about him last week. Chucked on there and played in a couple of spots. We were talking about Eddie Yeremia Toyava. What did you boys make of his performance? Because he got moved around. He helped set up a try as well for Chans on the left over in the centre spot. So, what do we make of what Eddie put out there?
He's Mr. Utility, yeah. He's Mr. Fix-It. That's what I call him. You can put him anywhere, I reckon, and he'd just do the job. He's like the ultimate team man, Like, you wouldn't want anyone else. And apparently he's got, he's Mr. Endurance. So, yeah. I guess he's kind of like the perfect replacement for Jackson Ford to some degree, because he's got an engine like no other. I call him Mr. Fix-It. You put him anywhere and he'll just do his job. Yeah.
It was great to see him, they kind of went off script because they had a plan, obviously, with what they were going to do. He was going to come on and play, predominantly in the middle. Yeah. But then with the injury to Dallin, who's, I think, picked up a hammy injury, so something to keep an eye on, which they're thinking could be anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks, which, if it's at the lower end, he won't miss any time because we've got the week off. Good timing for the bye. But that kind of threw the cat amongst the pigeons. And then, normally Lecker's our guy. We just bump out to the centre. He wasn't around as well. So to see Eddie go out there and do a good fist of it, that was massive. But in terms of our halves, Daniel, what did you think of Timati Martin and Chanel Harris-Tavita, how they combined?
Well, I thought they were, I think they were solid, right? And I think they continue to grow in their approach as well. I don't know. Again, I think a game where we weren't necessarily winning the field positioning stakes as well. I mean, in parts we did as well. Obviously, in that middle part, we were struggling as well. Especially we were losing the ruck, and that's the biggest concern we have when we don't have Fish there with Mitch. We don't have Aaron. They've got a spell, right? So, we would have had a scenario where we would have had Dimitri, Tanner, and Eddie as well in the middle. So, naturally all doing really, really well, but you're going to lose the ruck. So, and I think Sean Johnson talks about this all the time, right? When you're not winning the ruck, you're not necessarily getting, the quick play the balls and the speed. So, they did. Well, put it this way, they did enough to win the game. We produced enough points to win the game as well. I thought their kicking was a lot better. We've obviously been a bit concerned about their long kicking, but that wasn't really a factor this week because we put a lot of balls into some difficult territory as well. So I'd give that a pass. I think our issues this week we're just out wider as well, especially in the middle section of the game. They're sort of, 10, 15 minutes before halftime. We were getting cut up there as well, and that was it was a real concern. But from a half's point of view, I'd give it a pass.
Yeah, nice. In terms of
one thing I would say, sorry, just sort of when I think about it, I got to a point maybe we were chasing the game, and I was thinking this is probably the time actually we need some X factor. So I thought there could have been a case to bring in Luke Metcalf. Obviously, that wasn't the plan with Dow going off as well, but I think. And maybe if Webster had that extra interchange available, he might have gone, shit, I'm chasing the game. I'm 10 behind as well. Let's get Luca out there. So, perhaps the only thing is, that a little bit of X factor. We're not necessarily not on Chanel's side. Chanel's been solid as well, but we know you got a game breaker like Luke and you're behind, you put him in, coach.
It's an interesting one because as we were trying to chase, and even right at the end as well, when we were trying to fight back from a couple down, the guy I was looking at was Temaire to try and spark it because he's the off-script kind of guy. But, I'm loving what he's offering in terms of stuff you can't really plan for. So if we can adapt to that and the defense, not so much, then we've got an advantage there, which is good. In terms of dummy halves, starting to like this combo that we've got. Wade Egan out there just turning the middle markers into like a stir fry for first 60 odd minutes, and then bringing in Sam Healey to try and run them off their feet. But Moneta, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
Oh, fantastic! I reflect back at the first time I saw Wade Egan. And how we were just giving him shit about how slow he was. And now he's just turned into a potential for that New South Wales. He should be... Is he selected? No.
No, he's not.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, he's... he just makes it look easy, eh? He just, has this calm presence about him. He got a lot of six agains, He's crafty. I call him crafty. Then you got Healey, who's just explosive, evident by that last try he scored. So, and he runs well around tired bodies and so forth.
Only thing is when we may be chasing points and we're sort of inside there, sort of 20-30, there's no one better in the league than Wade Egan, or Wayne, I should say, to kind of from dummy half to create, basically mismatches, look for the spots. It was evident last week watching it live when he threw out, cut out balls to the winger, like those sorts of plays as well. I don't know if Healy's quite got that in his game. And look, it's going to come, and you can't have a running game and a passing game as elite. And I know he's learning that part as well. So I guess, that's the only thing with the interchange. Maybe, obviously he proved well with Healy scoring that try, right? Just, only he could have done that in that scenario. but I do get concerned we lose Wade's ball playing ability as well. But that's a minor little thing because I think we want to get Wade through the season as well. We can't play him 80.
Is it like a matter of maybe bringing on Healey earlier and then bringing Wade back for the last 15 or so? Or, I know it uses
the game's going,
but
yeah, because maybe the game's going. Because I think, obviously there's that lean period where, we're in the moment without all our troops, we're going to struggle around the middle. So part of me thinks when you've got like Aaron back and Mitch back, they can generate quick ruck speed and, blow through players. Off the back of that, then you want the guy pulling the strings, right? Like, I think we've highlighted how, and I think the league knows this as well, how important Wade Egan is to our attack as well. So he's part of the, you got to have a spine that, that links, but he's a seriously important cog for us.
In terms of looking at the season overall, at this point of the season last year, we were on the exact same record. And we'd started to maybe just, lose a bit of steam. Are we worried? Are we worried that we're on a bit of a 2025 slide at the moment? We missed a golden opportunity on the weekend. Panthers lost. That actually increased. It was like a hot chili that just increased my frustration after the game. But yeah, we'll start with you, Moneta, bro. Are we on a slide? Are you worried about a slide?
No. If I'm being honest, no. I don't think this is slightly different from last year. I don't think. I think this year we've got the depth to really back it up. I think last year we were quite dependent on a few individuals to kind of carry us through, and that was Metcalf last year. We kind of, surrounded our play around him to some degree. But I think this year, I think we've just shown our depth can kind of rise to the challenge. So it has a different feeling, if I'm being honest. And again, we've only lost games by 2 points. It's those clutch moments. But I remember last year we started to get hammered. So I think it's slightly different this year. So yeah.
Nice. Daniel, you worried?
No,
He's worried a little bit.
it just injuries. I mean, we can't afford to lose any more key players. Like, you start to real put pressure on, probably our ability. I'd probably say right now, we'll beat the bottom 8 teams. We'll have to battle the top 8 teams. I guess if you were to rock up with the same squad at the moment. The league is up and down as well. You go back to last week, we towed up the Cowboys. They go in, and watching that game, they look ferocious. And again, they had 300th for
300.
Jason Dalmalolo. So, there was big things about that. But, a week difference between performances. This league is so up and down. But, I would only be concerned if we lose 2 more key players. What gives me hope is we've got some of those guys coming back, later in the season, and also to the depth part. We've had. I keep banging on about it. We've got young guys playing key important minutes, getting great game time, and not just kind of making up filling in spots. They're actually they're performing really well, and when we get all the ones back that we can as well, there's going to be some selection headaches. There's going to be some shootouts in certain positions. The strength of Jakey Laban, Lecker comes back. What happens there? We've got front rowers when we get Fish back with Barney. We've got Tanner in there. We've got Dimitrik. We've got Eddie. Manatas. He's been playing limited minutes as well, but he's been affected. That's when we get back to that part. I think we'll be better for the fact that we've had a bit of a challenging run, but these young guys have had some great exposure.
So we're going through the fire. We're taking that approach of the young boys. They're gonna learn. Interesting.
Iron sharpens iron is the term that goes around Warriors.
I was very much fighting the inclination to say that. There was a news release today of Steve Price's son Riley signing on with the Warriors, back rower / middle forward. So that's an interesting one. He's going to be, I think he's switching straight away from the Dolphins setup coming over to ours. So I'm guessing he'll be slotting straight into New South Wales Cup, where they're a bit light on, obviously injuries in the top team influence what's happening in the Cup team as well. So we're a bit light on bit of go forward there. It's funny, isn't it? Like, people have been talking all year about the Broncos injury crisis and all this, and our injury count's actually getting up there to now be ahead of theirs. So it's like, well, are we in a crisis? But interesting times.
Aren't we ranked second on the injury list? Like, I saw a table, and we're ranked second.
If a game's out, games missed, I think that's how you call it. So, yeah. So while a lot of teams get the press for it, it's interesting how the reality stacks up on that. Geez, it was almost a perfect weekend. The Panthers lost, the Storm got absolutely drowned, and the Broncos now lost like 7 in a row. If we'd only just held on for those 4 minutes, it would have just been. Anyways. Lose the battle to win the war.
That's right. We'll come back stronger after the bye. We'll also come back. We may come back next week. I don't know. We'll probably have some things to talk about. There was actually quite a lot of feedback coming on our last episode in regards to the second New Zealand team. Man, there was some good stuff in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I will we'll need to cover some of that. We haven't got time on this episode, but next week we'll have a look and delve into that. I've got a bit of got an idea actually for what the new team should be named, because I know that everyone's been having a crack. Southern Helps and Southern Rangers and all of this sort of stuff. And, I've got an idea which I think is a good one. But anyways, any further questions or points or just generally emotional support that you'd like to provide before we jump out? Boys.
I'll point that to Dr. Farakura.
No. I just wonder whether the Warriors have got some other things brewing, within the realms of contract negotiations. And look, I'm not putting anything out here. I don't know anything, guys. I'm just a nobody. But just knowing how well positioned we are, knowing the injuries we have, there's obviously been speculation that young Tigers guy coming across as well.
Yep.
Is that confirmed or?
No, nothing confirmed on that. And I mean, tomorrow's June 30, so we'll know pretty soon, I guess.
Yeah. But it'd be just really interesting. I mean, if I was the club, the way we're going this season, I know they've got a really key policy about building within, and look, I 100% support that. But if there's opportunities to bring in, top tier talent in key positions, which we probably identified there's some key positions at, either through injury and just capability, it could be our weakness at the back end of the season. Then I would look at it as well. Someone did throw up around the traps a young centre that he's plied his trade as a young fella in Tukurua as well. That's finishing his French rugby season.
Oh, Hohepa.
Yes. But look, that would be on my wish list, man. Imagine getting Joey Manu to come back. But hey, look, that's just pure speculation. But look, if I was the Warriors, I'd be thinking, because that happens in all other elite sports, right? Like professional sports, where you're getting postseason options. We're looking pretty good. How do you just strengthen that roster just a little bit, just to give magic dust, a little bit of Salt Bay.
It is Salt Bay.
Yeah, and the Warriors have surprised us. They do some awesome stuff. So more of a hope, if anything, really.
I like it a lot. I am a bit worried we didn't swing hard enough at Adam Pompey, so I'm just going to round out the episode that he's not quick, and he looks like he's lacking in effort at times. That's his problem. I think Adam Pompey's biggest problem is that he doesn't look like he's really busting his ass. That's just, it's like, you play sport with people and may even, be guilty of this sometimes yourself, because you're sort of out there and you're competing in that, but you don't really visibly show it that you really want it. You're really going hard, and, and you get done on certain plays and people might think, you're just bloody cruising out there. But But anyways. Just to round out the episode, I just thought, as we were finishing up, I thought, shit, I haven't...
We needed Isaac, eh?
Yeah, I don't think we've been swinging hard enough at our man, POMP, but...
I got a funny feeling POMP is going to do something amazing, and you have to eat your words. Especially Isaac, he'd go handy on them, but just 160 run meters, 48 post contacts, line break assist, 2 tackle breaks, could play the balls, and I'll just skip over the errors. Won't worry about those.
How many were there?
Tackle efficiency, 70, 14 tackles, 4 missed tackles.
Oh,
not ideal for a outside back.
Oh, yeah, okay.
4 errors.
Yeah.
How many non-effort plays? No, just kidding.
One-on-one lost, 1. Oh, that was the one thing that just absolutely tore me, because part of me was like, he's picked him out and he's in the game tip sheet and they kick high to him and they just want to send him his way, and I hate to give Cody his flowers, and he's been playing some good football and he's fucking tackling. What the fuck? Where was that? Every time we play the Dolphins, I say that. Where the fuck was that when you wear the Warriors jersey on? You just sort of let people through, and then Pompey just tried to... You just know you want to steamroll him, and the little jammy bastard got his hand in there, eh?
You got caught. Effort.
Switched off. Mental.
That's it.
Oh, man.
It's all up there.
Let's not relive it anymore.
We've exercised the demons. We kind of brought them back a little bit, and now we're kind of...
I'm fucked off now. I'm fucked off.
Yeah. You just couldn't remind me of it. Can we just stop? Because I was so fucked up at that point in time. I was like, "Oh, you got to be joking."
Well, it was this try at the end to like not defend the error.
Yeah,
I'm really pissed off now.
Lack of effort. No,
I've just talked myself into being upset.
you have too. You've done that to me. Thanks, Dr. Wharekura.
we've switched. Yeah, good chat, guys. This is great. We'll roll off into the sunset. Thank you for joining us on this episode. Don't forget to catch us on social media, Facebook, Insta, and YouTube as well. Also, thank you. I want to send a special shout out to Jack O'Hare, who's one of our members on the YouTube page. Always commenting, always bringing the wisdom. He tells it, like it is, which is great. And love your support, man. So we will catch you next week. Until then. Up the wires, go the Warriors, put in some fucking effort, come on!
La cucaracha ya no puede caminar.